Hey folks, I just wanted to go over Lab 10 to make sure you know what to do and there's sort of no mistakes that could be avoided. And so the purpose of this lab is for you to actually evaluate the Stanton campus or areas of the Stanton campus for ADA or Americans with Disabilities Act compliance. So this is a pretty interesting application. You're going to get to see whether or not um, there's compliance, non-compliance, and you might be surprised, but maybe not. So this is done in groups, all right? So no more than four. If there's, you can ask for approval for five, just let me know, but really four, three or four is the ideal number, but you're gonna do it all, everyone in the group is gonna work on it at the same time. So what you wanna do is identify a 2 to 3 hour period. This will take you a little while because you are going to various parts of the campus, taking measurements and so forth. So it's not a quick lab. If you wanted to complete it, one part at a time, that's fine. It's up to you. However you get it done by the due date is up to you. Um, and so just a heads up, you will be taking photos of you verifying your evaluation. And so in each photo, there must be at least one group member. And then each group member must be in a relatively equal amount of photos. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like. And so you're really just using this document as a check sheet, right? So 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and so on. Okay, it's pretty long. There's a lot here, as you can see. Um, and so how do you want to go about this? Just go each item, and you want to read the ADA compliant specifics. So this is there at least one route from the site arrival points, like a parking lot, that does not require the use of stairs? All right, so this is something where you want to go out to the parking lot and make sure that there's a pathway for folks to get from accessible spaces, right? So marked spaces that does not require the use of stairs. So you might need to get creative here. You could take maybe a photo. Maybe you want to take a little video of you sort of walking along and showing the path to get to the front entrance without the use of stairs. But whatever you need to do, just make sure that it's clear photographic or possibly video evidence. And so what you're going to do is you're going to evaluate it. You're going to check yes or no. Okay. And then this is really just extra space in case you need it, so you really don't need it here. And then this is where you put your photo. So what you're going to do is take a photo, or like I said, maybe a video, and just insert it here and fit it into this cell. Okay. And that photograph needs to provide verification of your assessment, right? So if it's compliant or non-compliant, that photo should show whatever it is you've evaluated. This one's a little more straightforward, right? So our accessible space is at least 8 feet wide with an access aisle at least 5 feet wide, right? So you go out there, you measure it, yes or no, and then what you want to do is take a picture of someone, a group member measuring it, showing that it's 8 feet or it's not 8 feet, and then that this is 5 feet or it's not 5 feet, and then paste your photo in here. If you have to add an extra row to provide an additional photo, that's fine. Just you can right click and then you can insert a row below, and then you can sort of like pull it out, right? Make it bigger and then insert your photo here. So, just whatever you need to do to provide the evidence, just do it. Again, make sure that there is at least one group member, and I put reminders intermittently. Make sure that there's at least one group member in every photo. Okay, and so that's really it. You're going to do some in the parking lot here, you can see, and then you go inside. So most of it's inside, actually, not a whole lot outside, but plan for the weather if it is outside. Maybe plan a rain date. And then you're going to evaluate the elevator, do some measurements there, and then a lot of it is really the toilet room. So um, just this is you're going to do in the G wing, which is not used very often. So just this applies particularly for the toilet rooms, but just anywhere you go, just be really respectful, right? So if you're walking around, like taking measurements, like don't make a lot of noise, especially if you're near a classroom. And then for the toilet rooms, just do not, and I repeat, do not take a photo if someone else is in there. I don't care if they say yes or no. Just don't take a photo. All right? Don't do it. Wait till they're done and then take the photo. Okay? And so you don't need to do both genders. You can just do the one bathroom or the other. Excuse me, toilet room or the other. And then again, you're just going to take measurements and then you're going to insert the photos over here in the right. Okay? And then you can see at the very end, there are a couple of just short questions for reflection. The last couple things I want to point out. Number one, as you can see here, do not fill out this out, right? So this yellow highlight is just to show you. It's a little too much, to be honest. So I cut some of it out. And there's some here where you don't need to do. Okay, so the yellow, do not fill it out. I won't grade it, so you don't need to do it. Okay, and then the second thing is for submission, just insert your photos and fill out your evaluations in this document, and then just save this document, submit this to D2L, and it'll be one document per group, and you all receive the same grade. Okay, so hopefully that helps, and I have to say this is a really interesting assignment because it really kind of shows you like how specific the ADA is, and you could be off by an inch or two, and then you're not in compliance, and then you have to technically you're supposed to remedy it, but hopefully you find it interesting and educational. Of course, if you have any questions, reach out, but this is done on your own time. All right, enjoy, have a good week.